think I have. Hello. I am just finishing kind of setting.
Did you order pizza?
Yes, and so I ordered pizza tonight for our family so that I don't have to worry about getting up and making anything or doing anything. I can just feed them. Hello, Horsey Hooves. I believe that would be my daughter. So everybody, Horsey Hooves is Maddie. Even though she is sitting across the room from me, she's also on here too. So, and hello, Ariel and Elliot. Welcome. As I was saying, I ordered pizza, so it is not here yet. So when they get here, you will probably hear a bunch of barking, and then I'll probably mute it and go and get it because I don't want you to have to listen to my dogs go nuts though because there's the pizza guys here. Oh man. How is everybody doing tonight? I am pulling out Nefertiti right now to work on because I need to do it. You and the tempting us with pizza during lives. I know it's easy though. I mean, I don't have to do anything but basically, I can hand it to my husband. He can grab plates and stuff, and then they can have dinner, and I don't have to worry about it at all. So yeah, makes it easy for me. And if I'm tempting you, Ariel, then just get some pizza. It's not like you can't have it, or maybe you can't. I don't know. Maybe you are allergic, or I don't know. But she says I had Dairy Queen, so can't complain. Yeah. See, I would much rather Dairy Queen than pizza personally, but I don't really. Like I've said before, I'm not a big eater, so I don't really eat much of the pizza. I ordered though. We got it from Domino's, and so I ordered their pasta because I do like the pasta. I just can't eat very much, otherwise I don't feel good. So, but I love the. You know what though? I am seriously not happy about Dairy Queen. Hold on. Ariel says boyfriend and roommate are out of town. Not enough people to down a pizza. LOL. That's what leftovers are for. That's what you can have pizza for breakfast. So a doctor that I used to work for, I was her nanny. She I don't remember what was going on, but she had pizza one time and it was leftover. And I was kind of surprised. She was kind of a healthier, for the most part, they ate pretty healthy. And I remember that one morning she got out a pizza, leftover pizza out of the fridge and put cream cheese on it and was eating cold pizza with cream cheese. And I was like, what? And it was so good. Seriously, if you guys have leftover pizza, it's good. Hello, Sharon. Welcome. Anyways, it's really good, but I have a hard time with a lot of foods and my stomach, so I just have to be careful what I eat and stuff. But okay, so this painting Nefertiti I was working on before, and then before Drills and Chills started, and then I was trying to get my Drills and Chills thing done, which I got the skull done. And then I started the, the little kitty next to the pumpkin, little twisty witch hat on. But that one is a square, and they're not popping or anything. Actually, it's really smooth. I've only done just a little bit of it though. But it's really smooth. Nothing's popping, but it is a dark painting, and it's hard to see with my light on like pretty bright. And anytime I turn my light on at all, my camera has like these spaz attacks. And so if I turn it up brighter, it gets even worse. And so, plus it's square, and with it being dark and the symbols are a little harder to read and everything, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to have to concentrate a lot harder for that one. And this one I have to get done for my mother-in-law. I have been avoiding this one, you guys, even as pretty as it is. And believe me, it is gorgeous. But when I was working on it before, I spilt a ton of drills. And I've been avoiding working on it because I'm like, I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to deal with it. I'm really hoping actually that I have some Diamond Art Club extra drills so that I don't have to go through all of those, because I have a ton of extra and I should go and see. I'm going to actually go and see if I have one of the numbers that I'm needing. So bear with me. I am still in the room, but it'll be a little bit farther away, so I might sound muffled or farther. But this is why I keep my drills and store them, because with one of the syndromes that I have a lot of jerks. I know I've talked about it before. I can't even pronounce what they are called, but basically it is when you when you're falling asleep at night and you jerk awake. Well, I have those when I'm awake. And so I have been known to throw things and spill. Anyways, so I spill my drills constantly. Normally I just pick them up with either my Ladybug vacuum or I just scoop them, depending on where they get spilled at. But this time they are just a mess. And so I put all of my extra things in here, and it's just really handy because I can I keep them in order by numbers. And so, and then I have round in 2 of them, and then the other 2 I have square. So I actually have 4 of these, and they're full. I'm needing a 5th one because I just have that many. But so I needed 743 yellow. And I have it. Good. Awesome. And a lot of these, like the majority of these, are Diamond Art Club because I don't keep bad drills. So like if the drills are even semi-decent, I might keep them, but I will not put them in here. The only drills I put in here are like the high quality, really nice drills, because I don't want to put like, halfway decent drills on a Diamond Art Club because they're just so, Diamond Art Club's drills are just that good. So, yeah. Anyways, but that's what makes this thing so nice. If you have a system and you do need them, it only takes 2 seconds and I can go and see if I have them, and they're just not right here with me. They're in the entertainment center cupboard. Otherwise, right here. Even though our apartment is a good size apartment, it's still an apartment. And one of these days I'll have to do like a tour or something, kind of show you guys around the apartment and around like my space and where I work and like how I do everything. And because I'm really good at like organizing everything. I love to organize, and so I try to put everything where it works and it's out of the way and unseen. I don't like when there's a lot of clutter. It just stresses me out, which right now my house is very cluttered. I need to go through and I just cleaned out my kids' closet last night because my dumb cat peed in there, and which is so frustrating. He is the first cat I've had that has done that, which is annoying. If any of you guys have cats and they've ever peed somewhere, it's horrible. And Ariel, you get heartburn from pizza? Yeah, so do I. I get heartburn from everything. So, crazy story about heartburn. When I had my daughter, before I had my daughter, I didn't really get heartburn that bad. Like, once in a while I'd get it or something, but it wasn't worth talking about. I never took medicine or anything for it. But when I was pregnant with my daughter, the pizza guy, by the way, is on the way, guys. So if all of a sudden I'm like, hold on, and you don't hear anything, I'm still here. I have just muted it so that you don't have to listen to my dogs. Just in case you didn't hear that when I said it in the beginning. I know we've got more people coming in, so I am not abandoning you guys, I promise. But anyway, so I had my daughter, and I had horrible acid reflux, so bad they put me on medication. And then right after I had her, I thought, oh, it's just going to go away magically like the day I have her or something. That's genuinely what I thought. So I stopped my medication the day I had her without asking my doctor or anything. And I wasn't having so much like the heartburn feeling as I was just feeling like I couldn't breathe for like it was just getting worse and worse. And they kept telling me it was my anxiety. Well, I've had anxiety my entire life. I know what anxiety feels like. I know when I have a panic attack and I can't breathe, and that I know that feeling. And I kept telling them it was not that. It was very different. Anyways, after about 2 weeks, I finally called my ear, nose, and throat doctor, and I'm like, I don't know, something is just not right, and everybody's telling me it's my anxiety. Anyways, welcome, Miss Coffee. Anyways, then all of a sudden, I'm in the doctor's office with Maddie. She's 2 weeks old. I'm holding her. He's like, we're going to have to put this tube up your nose and down your throat to look at your throat. And because he was pretty sure what was going on. Next thing I know, I'm going to the ER getting a tube down my throat because my acid reflux got so bad that it actually was swelling my throat closed. And so I have been on acid reflux medication ever since. And unless they come up with some like miracle cure, unfortunately, I probably will be on it because it doesn't matter what I eat or drink. I have it. And after having to be like intubated because of it, yeah, now I take my medication. That's for sure. That was kind of a scary ordeal, but anyway, so I do. There are definitely foods that make it worse, and other things, but I have it no matter what. So it's just there, and I just have kind of learned to deal with it. Because man, acid reflux medicine is not good. So Miss Coffee, you said were there really that many trash drills? Wow. Hold on, I'm missing something. Thank you. Crazy. How was your Saturday? What do you mean? Oh, yeah, it was a spill. Yeah. See? Yeah, I spilled. And so I decided instead of trying to go, I'm going to have to go through some of these because I don't have all of these in my little, what I call, I'm not kidding. I almost just spilled them again. I call them this is my emergency kit. And I have 4 of them. But I don't have everything, but I could not. There's so many different yellows that I was having a hard time placing the yellow. And something that I do that really, really helps me, but I hadn't put that color down so that I couldn't even use that as a reference. But if you look over, I'll see if I can pick it up. So if you look right here in the key, how there's a drill right next to each one, those are glued down. So I glue down one drill next to each one because I know I spill. And this way I'm not guessing, because sometimes it's hard to know, like, oh, those yellows are really close. What is it? Which one is which? This way I can just put the drill up to that drill and compare it and know that's what it is. And that has really helped me ever since I started doing that. But what I typically do is I will, as I'm using the drill, then I will glue it down. Well, I hadn't glued it down yet for that color. So I was having a really hard time. Yeah. Anyways, okay. So, no, I didn't spill it on the live. This was before. Man, that would have been one to see though, guys, because it wasn't just one, it was a lot of them. So what happened was I had them. So I have my trays here. I love these trays, by the way. I had them all like kind of surrounding me. And so they were all up here in front. And I had one of my spazzy thingies and it went like this. And this pushed about 6 different ones all onto the floor. That's how it happened. So as you can see now, I don't have a bunch of them up there anymore. Like I might have 1 or 2 up there and I'll keep my clothes container in front of me. But I have learned my lesson because that was, yeah, there were some words said that night that I don't normally say that added to our rainy day swear jar. Where are my tweezers? There they are. Okay. So anyways, but yeah, I'm glad I have my emergency drills there, because otherwise I wouldn't, I'd be having a heck of a time trying to get all those separated. So, oh my gosh. So I am going to show you guys some new cover minders that I got, but I am going to wait until after the pizza guy comes so that I'm not like right in the middle of it when he's here. Yes, honey.
Am I a mod on your chat?
No, because you just got it. That's a new account, isn't it?
No, I just changed my name.
Oh, no, but I'll make you one. I'll make you one. Anyways, so I will go over some of those. But I did, so my wash basin, sorry, I got to go in. My daughter wants to be a moderator on my channel, and so I'm going to go in. She's, only 10, you guys, but I tell you, she's very mature for her age. And so yeah, I totally trust her to be watching out. She's kind of watches out for me. I have a couple other wonderful moderators on here as well. And I have never had a problem though, so, but that's, yeah. You don't have a problem until there is one, so it's always good to have those things in place. I'm just trying to read while I'm talking here. I only do one color at a time. My cats are, word I shouldn't say in chat. Yeah, doesn't the AC replace after spills if send them a pic? Yes, they do, Ariel. They will replace them. And if I needed to, I totally would. But I kind of feel like if I can resolve the problem, then I will by myself. But I have actually reached out and I have gotten replacement drills from them because I have spilled them. And what's great is they don't even ask, like, they're wonderful. We'll just say that. So, so I have the new cover minders that I'm going to show you guys in just a little bit. I have not added yet, but because it's the weekend, my kids and my husband kind of monopolize the computer a lot of times. But tonight, I will get all of them on there tonight after my live. So they will be on there by tomorrow if you guys are interested in getting them. And I also have an order of 15 of these ones of the wash basin cover minders because I sold out last night. So I have more. I had ordered more, and so I checked on that, and they should be here just not in just a few days. And so hopefully those will come soon. And then I also ordered a couple more of these because I think I only have one left in my inventory because of I got some orders for them. So last night, which was wonderful. I still don't have everything up on my site, but I am working on it. There's just so much, it seems like. I didn't think it would take me so long to get everything on there, but it's not like you just add it and go. You know, you do a picture, you do a description, you have to answer questions, put in prices, put in all that information, and it just takes a while. Plus, I am not the best photographer and I get really annoyed with my pictures. And so I'll take it and be like, oh, that's not good enough. So taking pictures, editing the pictures, that has taken me probably longer than anything. But, and I will continue to tweak it as needed. I've already noticed some issues that I need to I think it'd be easier, and you guys can give me your wonderful input as well. I think that right now I have, sorry, I'm reading stuff. Okay. Hold on 1 second, guys. I'm going to grab the pizza.
Wait, don't unmute it.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry, guys. Actually, I didn't. I wouldn't have even had to mute it because that time they were actually really good. They just stopped barking as soon as I told them to. I've been working on that with them because that's like the one thing I really haven't worked with my dogs on is the barking. And yeah, so we've done a lot more work training on that now because my husband goes to bed at 8 because he gets up at 3:30 or 4 in the morning because he goes to work early. And We live in an apartment, so we have people walking by our apartment sometimes. And of course they'll bark, and I want them to bark. That's one thing I've had people ask me about is like, how do I stop my dogs from barking when somebody comes to the door or somebody's outside? And I'm like, do you really want them to stop? Because that's one of the things dogs do is let you know when somebody's there. And I want them to let me know when somebody's outside that I don't know, or when somebody's at my door. What if I don't hear the doorbell? And then they need to know how to stop barking when I tell them to. But I won't train my dogs to not bark when there's somebody outside, because yeah, I mean, who knows? It could be a burglar or creeper, and I want my dogs to scare them off. And trust me, my dogs barks, they are something fierce. When you get in here, they're sweet as pie, but they don't sound like it. Especially Maya, she got a ferocious bark. Welcome, Lauren. I don't think I said hello to you yet. Will you be making the DAC inhalers in different colors? I'd love a purple one. Yes. So I just added them to so by the way, guys, sorry if you hear noises. The kids are getting food and stuff, and that's something that is just going to happen because I can't stop life just because I'm doing a video. So anyways, so Lauren, yes, I put the DAC inhaler up on my shop today. And there is either the option to get the classic red, or you have the option of doing an original color. And if you want to do that, then you just contact me, let me know the color. That way I can, when I make it, I can show it to you, and have you kind of sign off on the color, making sure that it was what you wanted. Before you have to actually buy it, because I don't have a bunch of colors made at this point. I probably will eventually, but I don't yet. And because I don't have a bunch of colors made, I don't want you guys to like assume a color. Yes. I don't want you to like say purple, like and then I do a purple and not have it be what you want. So I will make sure you guys are happy with what I've done before you are committed to buying it. Because even if it wasn't what you wanted, I could always sell it, so, or repaint it or whatever. So yeah. But yeah, Lauren, if you are interested in one, yeah, I could do a purple one. Absolutely. I'm actually working on one right now that is orange and black. So if you wanted it to be two-toned, you could do that. You could have part of it be, here's some that I just painted. They're drying right now, but okay, they're dry. So this one isn't done yet, but you could do like one color on the body and another color on the mouth if you wanted, or you could do the whole thing one color and you could have the lettering a different color rather than just silver. But I do have to be somewhat selective until I get more practice with the regular paintbrush, because writing the letters is, I just don't have the best like handwriting when it comes to that. So I try though. I try. I see a familiar. Hello, Christy. Welcome. Ariel says hello. I should get one of the color of my actual inhaler. Yeah, see, the reason I did red, my daughter yelled at Autumn. Did you hear it? Did you hear it? She did that for you. She did it really quickly, though, as she ran by. Anyways, the one that I have is red. And I've always had a red inhaler. And so that's why I did red as kind of the classic original color. But yeah, could you order like bulk stickers and do a top coat to make it easier on you? Actually, Ariel, that's a really good idea. I think I might try that. I could probably do that. That way it looks nicer. And I don't have to be so self-conscious. I get really self-conscious about certain things, and that being one of them. So that would be kind of a nice idea. Thank you, Ariel. You guys are wonderful, always giving me ideas. I'm gonna see something if I can figure this out. I want to see if I can. I can. Oh, this is just okay. Sorry, hold on. I'm learning all this fun stuff. Pop chat. Okay, so those are just okay. I see. I want to go to so my phone keeps changing, or my computer settings. I need it to be a live chat so I don't miss any of your guys' comments, but it keeps wanting to go to top chat. And I don't know how much that takes away. I really have no idea. I'm totally guessing here. So, for writing, use a mechanical pencil. Dip the lead in the paint. It's to control than a paintbrush. I do that on wording and outlines. That's a good idea too. See? Yeah. And right now I'm using my nail polish paintbrush because it's really, really thin, and I've gotten really good at using that. But those are all wonderful ideas, and I'm going to try them. So thank ya. Welcome, Dreaming of Diamonds with Drea. I hope I'm saying that right. Welcome. And welcome back, Elliot. You were just getting out of a movie. What movie did you see? I haven't seen a movie in the theaters besides we took the kids to a it was like so we have our school, no, not my school, the kids' school sells tickets for movies in the summertime. For you get 10 tickets for $5. 10, which is insane. And so I took my kids and my 4 nephews. So I took 6 kids with me the last time I went to a movie. It was me and 6 kids, all under 13. That is the last movie I saw in the theater, and it was How to Train a Dragon 3. It was really good, but it was a kid movie with 6 kids, and which was fun, but it was good. What? Okay, hold on. I gotta figure out Joker. Okay, and it was good. There's a movie that I want to see that I don't watch like regular TV very often, and I just saw a preview for a movie when I was rewatching something that was like recorded months ago, and now I'm bummed because I really want to see it, but it's not in the theaters anymore, I don't believe. What was that called, Mads? The Art of Racing a what? So The Art of Racing Rain. Has anybody seen or around? The title was something like that. Has anybody seen that? Because it looks really good. At least in my opinion, it looks really good. I, of course, am obsessed with dogs, so any dog movie I like. We watched A Dog's Purpose and A Dog's Journey. Those were both really good. But I don't remember the last like adult regular movie I saw in the theaters. It's been that long, but it's so expensive. It's ridiculous. And I can't even really blame it on that because I've had a gift card for the theater for like a year and a half, 2 years, something like that. Okay, so what is it? It's A Dog's Journey is the second one, I believe. And it was really good. I really, really enjoyed it. I'm trying to remember if I know I like teared up, but it wasn't, there were sad parts for sure, but it was really good. It was really good. I like it. And one of the things too is like, I know I was tearing up when the dog died, you know, and my mom was like, Mom, it's coming right back. Like, I know, I'm like, I don't care. It's still sad. Hey Seth, could you turn the spotlights on for me? So I can see a tad better. There we go. We have light, everyone. Even though I can see my painting just fine because of my light pad, sometimes I have a hard time seeing like the drills around and everything around me when it gets dark. That's one thing I don't understand. The people who made apartments, why don't they put a light in the living room? I don't get that. You have to have lamps everywhere to have light in the living room. And it seems like that's the way it is. Any apartment that I've ever like lived in or gone to, there's no light in the living room. It doesn't make any sense.
Pizza's not good.
Deadpool 2. What?
Pizza's not good.
What do you mean it's not good?
Exactly what I
Why? Because of the kind you got?
No. It just doesn't taste good.
Okay. Sorry. I don't know what to tell you.
Have some chicken noodles.
Chicken noodles?
Chicken and
You can have some of them, but not all of them. I don't know. It's the same pizza we buy all the time. My son just came out and was like, pizza's not good. How much did you eat, Alex? Only one piece? Typically, that kid eats 5 pieces of pizza and still wants food. He's definitely a 13-year-old boy, and it's like he's hollow. He just keeps eating and eating and eating. But I finally got him to be full the other night.
You buy the chocolate thing?
Yeah, I did.
Can I have one?
No. No. You can wait till later.
Okay.
I made lasagna hamburger helper the other night because that's his favorite dinner. And favorite food, I guess. Yes, he's out of all the foods in the world, that's what he wants. Anyways, I made 2 boxes of it because he just eats so much. And my husband eats quite a bit too because he is a welder, so he has a job that is, you know, a lot of labor. And anyways, so I finally got Alex to hit his max. He was full. And then he decided he was going to go out to the field with me that night. And he was like, I don't want to be cold. I'm going to go chug a glass of water. Why he did that, I don't know. We get halfway to the field and he's like, I have to go home. And I'm like, okay. And we get home and he's like, oh, I would have thrown up. He ate so much. Sometimes I can't believe how much that kid can put away. I don't eat very much at all. So it amazes me. It just amazes me sometimes. But I mean, I've seen it with a lot of 13-year-olds. So, I'm reading my daughter's comments, forgetting that that's her. Yeah, because we watched it together, and it was really good. Like I said, Deadpool. Haven't seen any of those. I haven't seen the first or the second one, so I couldn't say about that one. It's only gonna, let's see, none of the rooms overheads except the dining room, kitchen, and bathroom. I know. So, Shannon, do you live in an apartment or do you live in a house? Because I don't get it. I don't get it. Why they didn't just put a freaking overhead light in the living room? Like, don't people in the living room want light? I do. I like light a lot. I like it to be lit up because I don't know. I just feel more productive when it's light. When it's dark, I feel like sitting down and, you know, being done for the day. And in the wintertime, it gets dark so early that I like the house to be really bright because I don't know. I just do. So, yeah, Elliot. Whoever made my house, they had a fan in the bathroom. And when you close the door, it gets really hot in the bathroom. yeah, I don't know. Some people, the way they made our bathroom, like I said, guys, I need to do like a walkthrough at some point because we had to take doors out and of our bathroom because there was the door to get in, and then there's the laundry area, and they had the like the fold out kind of doors, you know, those ones you like pull and you go whoop and they kind of open. And then there was the second door to get into the toilet and shower area. And there were so many doors, they were all hitting together. And I knew the kids, like, at some point, I was going to be in there doing laundry, and they were going to swing that door open and hit the second door and dent it or make a mark on it, and then I'd have to pay for it. So I took that door off altogether. And the person who did ours was not the brightest. I'll tell you why in just a second. I got to make sure I'm reading my comments here. I get all sidetracky with talking, and then I forget. So they don't have a fan in the bathroom. Our bathroom has no outlets. What? Your bathroom has no outlets? That's crazy. I've never heard of a bathroom having no outlets. We had a room one time with no outlets. That was fun. But a bathroom? How do you do, like, with a hairdryer or curling iron or like my electric toothbrush? I wouldn't be able to have my electric toothbrush in my bathroom. I'd be brushing my teeth in the sink in the kitchen. Deadpool definitely isn't kid friendly. I've heard that. Oh, hugs. Robin, I don't know if I said hello to you. I saw your name, so I thought I did, but now I'm like thinking I didn't. So welcome if I did not say hello. I hope you're having a great night tonight. Odd but nice. Hello, welcome. I live in an apartment, and nope, I don't have an overhead light in the living room either. Miss Coffee, don't you agree? Don't you want a living room light? I mean, I just don't understand why they wouldn't put them in there. We have a nice, like, big ceiling fan in our living room. Why didn't they put a light in the middle of it like they do in a lot of them? Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me. It makes me irritated. We have how many lamps? We have 3 lamps in our living room. Luckily, we have these overhead, like, I call them the spotlights. And we've got, like, 3 of those. And then we have a really nice chandelier in our dining room. So we do have more light than any other apartment that I've been in, but I still want one in the dang living room because it just doesn't make sense to me. Autumn says, I had an apartment that didn't have lights in the bedrooms. It drove me nuts. What? Okay, did it at least have like the outlet that you could like plug your lamp so that when you went in, you could turn something on? Because that would drive me crazy. You got to walk in the dark to something. Robin, my first of your lives. Well, welcome, Robin. I hope you enjoy it. It can get a little bit crazy in the background sometimes because I've got dogs and kids and a husband and a cat, and you know, they just keep on living while we have it. My life, I always say that I can't stop. I say it when I record my videos too a lot of times. I can't stop life just because I'm behind the camera in a house with kids and animals. And so it's like, you know, if you can't handle the background noise, I'm sorry, but then I'm probably not the YouTuber for you. But I mean, it's not like out of control or nothing, but you know. But welcome. Welcome, Mallory. Yeah. Okay, so yes, I have 2 light and a ceiling light in the kitchen, but no living room light. It's just stupid. Odd, but Miss Coffee, I didn't have that. Yeah, Autumn, they should have at least had, because our living room has a light switch for that works the outlet. So like I can put a lamp into that particular outlet, and then I can walk into the room and turn that lamp on with the outlet, with the switch, you know. So I'm not walking into like a dark room because that's really dumb that they didn't have anything in the bedrooms. We got a lot of light in our bedrooms, so. Robin, I'm sorry that you were having some pain, but I'm glad that it's not bothering you nearly as bad as it was yesterday. That's always a good thing. I got 3 house showings tomorrow. Are you a realtor, Robin? My llama Skelly is here with me, helping me crochet. I'm so glad. When I saw that, it was funny when you said, "Did I make it?" That's what I was saying. I'm not that talented. But when I saw it at the store, it just like it reminded me of the whole like the hashtag no more drama, because I am 100% behind that. I don't like drama. I don't think there's any place for it. Bullying, all of that, like negative talk. I think we should just be lifting each other up, helping each other, being positive to each other. That's what we're supposed to be doing. And so when I saw that, I was like, this could be her little mascot for the hashtag no drama, no more drama, and it was so cute. And one of the prizes, guys, for the trick or treat with me, if you didn't see it, is the dog one. Tell me that's not adorable. Yeah. I think it's super cute. And glittery too. It's just so pretty and cute and fun, and I love it. My daughter was like, "Mom, don't give that away. I like it." I'm like, well, we can always get you one. Apparently, she wanted it last year. I didn't remember that, but that is one of the prizes. So, yeah, it's a puppy. Oh, excuse me. My goodness. Oh, you're selling your house. Okay. Well, I hope that that goes well, and I hope you get a buyer. I've never bought a house, never sold a house, and I am happy to continue on with that because, yeah, I think Miss Coffee was talking about it last night, and I was completely agreeing in the fact that if I always said too before, and I don't really have plans to own a house, but if I did, I would not want to own a house without having like $20,000 in the bank, because if something goes wrong, you have to fix it. It's on you and your wallet to fix it. Right now, if something breaks, my landlord fixes it, and I don't have to pay for it. So that's, nice. Plus, I remember when we did financial counseling, like in the beginning of our marriage, they were talking about like owning and renting and like the differences of it and why it's okay if you want to rent your whole life rather than owning. Because if you look at the prices or the amount of money you spend in rent, because some people will say, well, you're just throwing your money away when you're renting. You're not putting it into anything. You're just throwing it away. But when you look at like how much you spend on rent compared to how much you spend on mortgage and how much you spend having to fix everything in your home, it really does like equal out somewhat. And so I am in no hurry. The only thing is I do want to get into a house, renting a house, because our kids are getting older. They're 10 and 13, and they kind of need their own room. They're sharing a room right now, but they have the master, which is 16 feet by 16 feet. So they got the big room. Our room is pretty big too. It's like 14 by 12 or something. So it's not bad, but they got the big room. And so, hold on. Sorry. You might have heard that I had surgery on the 4th. I was tearing apart an L disc yesterday and overdid it. Oh, I'm so sorry. I know how it is to overdo things. I've had 14 surgeries, and so and I overdo it on almost every single one. And so, yeah, take it easy. Take care of yourself so that you can get better. I don't have a cat. They didn't have a cat skeleton. Trust me, if they did, I would have got it because I love cats. I'm a dog person, definitely, but I'm also a cat person. I just love animals in general. But they only had the dog. Otherwise, I would have got the cat. But I can't remember what I was talking about now because I always lose my train of thought when I try to read a comment. That bugs me. I hate when I do that because I try to sit there and think about it. And no matter how hard I try, I don't remember what I was talking about. Yeah, and house insurance, it costs a lot too. I didn't see this. Yeah, Ariel, that's where I got it. Was Walgreens, which is the same thing as CVS pretty much. And so there is a kitty. Well, they didn't have it when I was there, but we go there quite often. So if there's a kitty, I will look. And if there's a kitty, I promise I will get it and I will put it in the prizes because, yeah, I'd love that. And that's something that if, I don't know what I'm going to do with prizes that don't get chose yet. I haven't figured all that out, but I don't know. We'll see. Have you seen my cats? Robin, I don't think I have seen your cats, but I would love to. I love cats. We have a cat and I love him, but oh man, he's been in the doghouse. I know. I cracked myself up. No, but he pooped and peed in my daughter's and son's. That's what I was talking about was their bedroom. Yeah, he pooped in their closet yesterday, and I was really upset with him because that's gross. And then I had to scrub their closet, which is really annoying. But yeah, so I do want to get into a house because and not buy, but just renting a house because one thing, I want the kids to have their own room. And second, I want to have a yard where I can just open my back door and be like, okay, guys, go potty if it's raining or snowing or something. And then I don't always have to go out with them to take them potty. Because one of the things I hate is when it's raining and it's windy and you have to take the dogs out to go to the bathroom. And then it's just, it's really annoying. I don't like it. And Lincoln seems to think that he wants to go pee in the middle of the night because when we get back from the field in the evening, he goes and drinks the whole ocean. And then a couple hours later thinks that he wants to go to the bathroom. And he'll sit and whine at the door. And it's really, really annoying. And I would love to be able to open the door and be like, have at it, dude. Or not even have to do that, but put in a dog door. Big and I would get I don't know, a little bit nervous about putting in a doggy door as big as him without having some kind of lock on it because he's 75 pounds. So he's not huge, but he's a big dog. But I was cleaning the kids' closet up though. And one thing we decided we're going to do, which I'm excited for the kids, and it sounds horrible, but it's not. Their closet, so their room is in a square. It's 16 by 16. And then off of that is a huge vanity area. And then off of that is the bathroom. And then off of that is their closet. And their closet is 7 feet by 9 feet. It's a huge closet. And we use it for storing stuff too. It's not just for them. But we decided we're going to kind of clean it up and put a desk in there and kind of have a little place that Maddie can just have to herself because with the two of them, she keeps her side of the room pretty clean. He does not. And she gets annoyed with that. And so she kind of just, until we can get them into their own rooms, I think it'll be nice for them to have, a space that they can both go to. And so yeah, she's gonna be hanging out in her closet, but that closet's huge. We probably could fit her bed in there, but I'm not doing that because that's a little too much. Robin, I live in Washington, so Spokane, Washington. And Lauren, my dogs, my girl dog, Maya, she is half yellow lab, half Queensland heeler, and which is a Australian cattle dog. And then Lincoln, he is part German pointer and part pit bull. And unless you really know your breeds, I've had people actually argue with me that he's not a pit. He's a pit. He's got that like jawline of a pit, but he does look a lot like a German pointer, and so but he's a beautiful dog. He's 75 pounds. He's a big dog. Both German pointers and pits are both pretty big dogs, but he's got that like really muscular body, you know, that like pits, they've got that chest that's just really muscular, and he has that. He's a big strong boy. I always say it's a good thing he's good on leash, because he could knock me over in a second or pull me down in a second. Even Maya could. She's 45 pounds and she still could. Dogs are strong. All right. But yeah, I have some, if you ever want to see them, I have videos of them in, I used to do, and I'm going to get back into it. There was so much going on, and I was having, issues with like trying to come up with like different things, but I have some ideas. But I do on Tuesdays, I used to do called tips and tricks, but it was for dogs, dog training tips and ideas and just fun things. And I have some stuff that's going to be coming up soon that I'm going to put that back in. I probably won't do it every single week because like I say on those videos, I am not a certified dog trainer, but I worked with a dog trainer as her assistant trainer for 2 years. And I have trained Maya, who is my daughter's service dog. Lincoln is in training to take over Maya's place when she has to retire, because she is 8. And typically service dogs retire anywhere from 8 to 10 years old, depending on breed. And she already has some beginning of arthritis. And so Lincoln is training. We'll see if we get there with him. He's got some stuff we've got to make sure he can do, but yeah. Miss Coffee, isn't it funny too? Okay, she said, I get that all the time. People ask me if Daisy is mixed with Wolf. And it's funny how people think they know more about your dog breed than you do. It's like, what? Because you have eyes, you think you know? I don't think so. That's just, yeah, it's crazy. And I've had people actually argue, like, no, he doesn't have pit in him. I've seen a pit bull. He doesn't look like a pit bull. I'm like, yeah, he does if you know what you're looking at. And it's just, he's a mutt. I mean, any dog who has more than one breed is considered a mutt. So, yeah. I have a sticker on my car that says I like big mutts, and I cannot lie. And that's I don't put very many stickers on my car. Like I think I have that one and then a Seahawks one. But when I saw that one, I was like, I had to get it. All right, hold on a second. I can't stand people that think they know someone else's dog better than the owner. I've had people say my dog isn't a pit. He is a pit and blue heeler mix. See, that's the thing. If they have any other breed in them, even though the pit is a very dominant breed, like most pit bulls will look pit bull, no matter what other breed they might have in them. But it doesn't mean that they're going to look cookie cutter, you know? And yeah, people who think they know more about your dog or your cat or whatever, it's annoying. And it really bugs me when people think they know more about like behavior of my dogs than they do. And they'll think like, oh, well, if he's wagging his tail and he, you know, no, that does not always mean they want you to pet it. And Lincoln does not like his head pet. He has to really know you well before he's going to let you pet his head without, just bearing with it because, he has to. But I'm really defensive about my dogs. I get really, I don't know. I feel like I'm defending a person because I always say a scared dog is a dangerous dog. And so, yeah, I don't want ever to have anything like have him ever be pushed to his limits. And the other thing is, I don't want him to have any bad experiences with people because then that makes the next time the next person comes up harder on him rather than easier and easier. And he has some stranger anxiety. And he has come so far in the last year that I get really, really protective and specific about when people are wanting to pet him or interact with him, because you never know. They're still animals. They are still animals. One of my mom's 5 dogs is a pit boxer, and she's built like a bus. Oh, well, heck yeah. A pit and a boxer. Those dogs are both very muscular dogs, like very muscular dogs. And I worked with primarily boxers where I was working. We worked with 2 boxer rescues, and I love them. They are some of the sweetest. They're known to be like a nanny dog. So is a pit, actually. You tell me your dog can't be a pit because pits are mean and attack other dogs. I also have a lab and blue heeler mix. Autumn. So one of the things that one of my biggest pet peeves is ignorance with pit bulls breeds, because it is absolutely not the breed that makes the dog. It is definitely the person on the other end of the leash that makes the dog, because a dog is affected so much by the people that they are raised by and by the environment that they're in and how much they're exposed to other people, other kids, other dogs, other cats, all of that stuff. And it just makes me so mad. Our neighbor, my crazy elderly neighbor that I've talked about many times. She thought one time, so Lincoln barks. He is a very talkative dog, which is also a trait of a pit, is they're usually pretty talkative. And anyway, one time she's like, well, and this was before he like knew her super well. She was like, well, do you think he barks like that because he's a pit bull and because they tend to be kind of mean? And I was like, yeah, no. And I straightened her out really quick. And she had no idea. And a lot of the media is a part in that because they always want to show the negative of pit bulls and not the positive. And they don't talk about other breeds when they, attack somebody very often. But man, if a pit does it, it's on there in a hot second. And some dogs are so much meaner. Honestly, so we used to watch Caesar, and he got the worst bite he ever got was a yellow lab. So you can't tell me that your dog can't be mean because it ain't a pit. Like, that's ridiculous. Right. And Autumn, we've had that too. Yeah, they say, oh, well, a pit bull can't be a service dog. That is absolutely not true. Lincoln is part pit, and he is training to be a service dog. I don't know if he will make it because he will not be one if he has any tiny itty-bitty ounce of anxiety in him about people. He will not be a full service dog because that's not, that wouldn't be responsible. But any dog can be a service dog. Oh, Great Pyrenees and boxer. That's a big dog, Lauren. A lot of hair with the Great Pyrenees, but boxer, not so much. That would be an actually really, I'd love to see that picture. My car says hang up and drive. That's a good sticker. Yes. because people are all too into their phones, not paying attention, which is illegal now to be on your phone. But, you know, it's that doesn't, yeah, I'm not even going to get into that one. The sticker on my car says, back off or I'll flip boogie. And it's a boogeyman from the Nightmare Before Christmas. That's awesome. That is awesome. I want to get one that says, like, I don't know, something about, like, you know, get off my ass. You know what I do when they, like, ride my, if they ride me, I slow down. Like, if you want to go up and get that close to me, and I'll just slow down and go slower. We live on, it's our road here is, like, we live in a neighborhood road, but we also border a busy road, which I believe it's an arterial. It's 35 miles an hour. And man, we have people fly down that road. I mean, going 60 miles an hour down that road. And it really, it gets me. I'll be going 40 down it, and they'll be like riding me, and it's like, I'm going fast, guys, and you're still wanting me to go faster. Gus doesn't like strangers petting his head either. A lot of dogs don't. They have to know you before. That's one of the spots that, like, they'll be okay with petting the back, but the head is just too up close and personal. And so, yeah, they shouldn't have to endure that just because somebody wants to pet them. At least that's my thought. Now, if Lincoln's comfortable with somebody, I will let them, but that's because I say so. Oh, I'm sorry, Mallory. To be honest, so I didn't grow up with dogs. We had a cat growing up, but that was it. So Maya and Lincoln are my first. Well, we had one other dog when we first, in our beginning of our marriage, but we had to rehome him due to some issues, and Maddie was a baby, and but Lincoln and Maya are going to be the first dogs that I will have to deal with, when they do die, and that just kills me to think about. And so, man, that's just it's. I don't care, people say, well, they're just a dog or it's just a pet, but that's your family. That's just like losing a loved one. It's a family. We had a full, okay, so no, isn't the breed. My son is terrified of dogs, but he loves my brother's pit bull. And you know what? Sometimes pit bulls are the nicest dogs. Like I said, they are sometimes known as the nanny dog. So is a boxer. Chihuahuas are teeny devils. My neighbor had a Chihuahua, our old neighbor, and it was a little ankle biter. It literally would like run up behind you and just bite your ankles for no reason, just because it could. And we try to tell people this with little dogs is that a lot of times the reason little dogs have such big personalities and they're so dominant is because they have what we call big dog syndrome, because they're being carried around so much that they're looking down on all the other dogs and they're high up all the time, and it makes them think they're big bad dogs, and really they're like tiny. And the Chihuahua that used to live next door to us was like the size of Lincoln's head. Lincoln could have went and blown, and the dog could have fallen over. But Lincoln is such a baby that dog, one time, Lincoln was sitting there on the patio, and that dog barked at him. The dog was in the house behind a gate. Lincoln was outside, and the dog barked at him. Lincoln freaked out. He jumped up, flipped backwards, did a backwards somersault, tipped into a tomato plant, knocked it over everywhere. All because of the dog that was literally the size of his head barked at him. He is a baby. It don't matter the size of the dog. He's a baby. And Maya, as sweet as she is alpha dog, and he will not, he won't go up against her. He knows his place, and she knows that he knows his place too. Let's see. Mary Jane is my Essa. I hit the brake, and they say, "Oh shit!" Yeah, I know, and I don't get why people ride the back of your car so much when that's how accidents happen like that. Ariel says, my baby girl still with my mom is getting really old, and I know her time is coming. She is a 12-year-old husky. Oh, 12-year-old, that's pretty old for a husky. We had for 13 years, passed away last year. 13 years is a good amount of time for a dog. Small dogs do tend to live longer, but not always. But 13 for a husky is pretty old. We had a boxer at work when it finally passed away. She was 13 and a half, almost 14. And that is like ancient for a boxer. Boxers don't typically live that long. But this dog she was the best dog in the whole world. People try to amuse when I tell them my bunny pushes my cats around. To be fair, she is bigger than them. Yeah, but that doesn't mean anything. I mean, the bunny could be smaller and still push your cats around. Cats push dogs around all the time. I mean, they just have that personality, and dogs are usually scared of them for it. I wish that our cat would just swat Lincoln just one time, because if he would swat him once, he wouldn't mess with him anymore. Now Lincoln just tries to play with him, but one time when we first got Lincoln, we brought him home. Well, we had him at work for a while. I didn't bring him actually to our home till he was 5 months old. And he was really scared of Jack at first, our cat. And then he started not being so scared of him. And one time he decided he was going to play with him. And all I hear is like this really weird sound coming from Jack. And I'm like, what is that? I better go check. I go back there, and Lincoln has his entire head in his mouth. Not aggressive or trying to hurt him in any way, just playing. And I'm like, Lincoln, I was like, drop it. And so he pulls his mouth off right away. And Jack pulls his head out, and it's just covered in drool. And I'm like, yeah, Lincoln, you're going to suffocate him, because he's just playing. He's just a doofus and does not know what he's doing. And Jack is, ever since then, has been like, don't you dare come near me, you crazy dog. But he doesn't do anything unless he's high up. If he's on my table, which I don't like, and I throw him down all the time, he'll kind of do this to my dogs as they walk by, swat them in the head, and then kind of jump back up. I have the cutest video of Maya and Jack playing when he was a puppy. It is adorable. I might have posted it even, actually, early on when I very first started my YouTube video, or YouTube channel. Miss Coffee says Daisy is scared of little dogs. She will fling it to get it away from her or boot it. Yep, it's true. It's funny because little dogs, they always have the big annoying, like, I shouldn't say annoying, big crazy personalities that are definitely dominant over bigger dogs. It's just the size of the dog doesn't, determine the size of them on the inside, or what they think they are. Like I said, little dogs a lot of times have what we call big dog syndrome. For some reason, little dogs tend to bark a lot more too. Well, and one of the things that we always talked about at work was, for some reason, people think just because they're a little dog that they don't have to train it. Like that they don't need any training because they're little. Which isn't true, because there's a lot of out of control little dogs out there. And they should be trained just like a big dog should be. I am gonna be glad when this one's done just because of how much I messed up with the drills. But I am absolutely loving the colors of this one. The teals and the greens in it. And this painting is for my mother-in-law for Christmas. And I have quite a few of my presents done this year already, but the one that's going to get me is, I don't remember what it's called. It's by Mandy Manzano. It's a Diamond Art Club. It has the whale in it and some mermaids, but it has the orca whale in it. And it's big. And that one is the one that I'm kind of worried that with all the other ones that I'm getting done, that I might not get done in time, but I haven't looked at it too much. I'm hoping that it's going to be a lot of color blocking so that I can just, pound it out, but we will see. Had a dog when I was 17 years. I heard, I ran into somebody, Ariel, that at the pet store that had a 22-year-old, what kind of dog was it? Pomeranian, 22-year-old Pomeranian, which they do live a little longer, but 22 years is pretty dang old. Robin says, my cat scratched a pit because the pit came under the table to get my cat. The pit came out with a bloody nose. Yep. And that's honestly, that teaches dogs like, oh, I shouldn't mess with that cat and I shouldn't mess with cats. Anytime we got puppies at work, we would have people who were like fostering kittens bring the kittens to us so that the puppies could be exposed to the kittens. And that way they learned how to act with cats, which should be done. I think most breeders should do that because then they're, doing the responsible thing by the buyer. But that's a lot of work, so I just realized I've seen the one somewhere else. You've seen what one somewhere? Oh, the pen. Yes. Yeah. Last week when I first started using it, you weren't here. I think you were on your vacation. I don't know where the green one. Here's the green one. So yeah, Ariel we had a little trade because she was watching my live a few weeks ago when Matt wanted my pen and my acrylic pen. And I was like, I'm not giving it up to you today because I want to use it. And Ariel messaged me after saying that she had an acrylic that she didn't use because it was pretty small and wondered if Maddie would want it and sent us these two. We did a little trade. I sent her a couple cover minders, but so these two, and they are smaller than like most. So here's my acrylic pen. And then the other ones, but you know what? They are, my daughter has been using this one and she loves it. And I've actually been using this one a lot. It's skinnier, but I still love it. I love the feeling of it. It's just really soft and so pretty. So pretty. Oh my gosh, and thank you again. I used the 15 placer today. You did? Did you love it? It's amazing, isn't it? Okay, yeah. So the Friends of Maiden, that is what it's called. That's the one I'm a little worried about not finishing, but we'll see. But yeah, that 15 placer. Oh my gosh, I used it for which Mandy Manzano was it that I used it for? Ariel, and because there was a lot. If there's color blocking and that pet or that placer makes it go so fast. And I was surprised that you didn't know about them. If I knew, like I can't remember who else what you were talking to that said they thought you knew about them and would have told you if we knew you didn't, because I'll show y'all. This thing is full of just the thin multi-placers. And they go from 3 all the way up to 15. And they are the style that the 4 placers that everybody loves. That is the style. but they go to 15. So there's your 15th placer, but it's thin like the 4 placer. So it's really easy to use. I know people get intimidated about the big ones, but honestly, when it's the thin style, they're super easy. Now the thick ones, I hate them. I don't use them. I don't even use the 3 placer thick ones because I don't like them as much. But I love the 3 placer in the thin ones though, because they make it so much easier. And yeah, so they go all the way up from 3 to 15. The only one I do not have is 2, and I looked and looked and looked, and I could not find a 2 placer in that style. The only 2 placer that I have for sale is, which I love, and I actually do use it a lot, even though it looks flimsy, I still like it a lot, which is this one, and it has the 2 barrel. See that? And I love this one. When I first got it, I was like, I don't think I'm gonna be able to use it because it's so flimsy. But it's actually fairly comfortable, and I use it almost every time I diamond paint because you have those that are just the 2, or you can even put 2 on it and then go 1 and 2 like that, and it's moves things a little quicker because you're not having to go back and forth so much. So, and it comes with blue wax in the tip. I do have blue wax for sale, and I have yellow, white, and purple on the way. And those will be on the shop as soon as they get here. I'm excited because I've used the white one, and I really like the white wax. I didn't notice a huge difference with the yellow wax, but the white wax I did, and the other kind of wax that if you ever have a problem with ABs and the ABs pulling out your wax, here's a trick. If you've ever had braces and had to use that dental wax, that you buy at the store that you put on your braces, this stuff works really good for ABs because it does not pull out. The ABs don't pull the wax out, which is really nice. So if you have one where, like, if I'm using one, if I am working on a painting that has a lot of ABs, I will have one of my pens that wax in it and use it because it's so annoying when you're sitting there working and it's the ABs are pulling your wax out. I mean, you can make it work if you don't push too hard or your wax is a little bit older so that it's not as sticky. But that white wax, the dental wax, works really good. And it smells minty fresh. So you have a minty fresh pen. Oops, that's the wrong color. Go over there. There we go. Okay, so here is a question. I didn't put this one on yet because I am debating on it. So this cover minder, I'm not sure if I should make into a cover minder or not, or if it's too kind of big and bulky. So you guys can give me your yay or nays and let me know what you think. So it is a diamond, and it's like a snow globe effect, so it's got like glittery in it. And then inside, I don't think you'll be able to see it, but there's almost like flower looking things. Let's see if I can get a picture for you inside. There we go. So you can kind of see it. It's really pretty, sparkly. The little glitters are stars. But it is a little bit big. And so I wasn't sure if it was too big. Because it does look better laying on its side like that. So let me see in comparison to something here. There's a comparison. Oh, wait. We're not on something you can see it well. Hold on. Okay. There we go. So see how big that is? Is that too big for a cover minder? Do you think? Thank you, Robin. Appreciate it. Okay, hold on a second. All right, there's ringing. I'm trying to figure out what the ringing is coming from. Hold on a second. Okay, is the ringing still going on? A couple of you said that you heard the ringing. It's still going on. Okay. I'm not sure what it is. Let me hit I'm gonna mute it and come back and see what's going on here. Hold on. Okay, was it ringing when it was muted? Okay, I'm gonna turn my light pad off. We're gonna figure this out. Is it still going? Didn't work. Okay. I am going to end this stream and I will open a new one and come right back on a new one. So give me just 1 second, guys.